is the mind. And again, we will be inspired by Ashtavakra Gita. I love this book. It's so straightforward, so powerful. And yeah, every page you open is a gem of enlightenment. It's beautiful. So today the theme is the mind, our lovely mind. It gives us so many troubles. So let's get perspective on this thing called the mind. Okay, so let's start and connect to our breathing, first of all. I must say hi to Shined and Tanya. Very welcome. Okay, so we're connecting to the breath. And slowly we start to deepen the breath a bit deeper, but with no effort. So the breath, we pay attention, it's a synchronization between inhaling with awareness and softening at the same time, creating space for the breath to move in. And just for a minute, let's become aware of two opposing ends. One is the crown, and the other one is the pelvic floor. And it feels that when we inhale, the pelvic floor softens downwards and pulling the energy down, and the crown relaxes. We can say the mind relaxes. When we exhale, the pelvic floor, like a diaphragm, like a membrane, is gently lifting up, but without any effort, and like pushing the energy back out through the center channel, through the crown, and out to infinity. So as the pelvic floor relaxes down, it pulls the mind into the lower abdomen to be anchored in the second chakra, the Dantian, the gate of heaven. And when we exhale, the mind stays anchored in the second chakra, and the exhalation pushes what we don't need out from the crown to infinity. Try as much to pay attention that the inhalation happens into a relaxation. Yeah, so we're softening to allow the breath to move in. We don't kind of force it in. We create space. And as we breathing and we start to enjoy this beautiful, peaceful state, we can pay attention to the quality, the charge that is inhaled with the breath, the chi, the life force. Let's pay attention how it comes and nourishes our being. Okay, and now let's direct the breath more, or the exhalation more, into the rest of the body. So instead of just focusing of it moving out from the crown, let's say visualize that when we exhale, we're spreading the life force in the body. So these beautiful qualities that are inhaled into the body and moving into the body with the relaxation and movement down of the pelvic floor. In the exhalation, it moves into all the body to nourish. And then to get even deeper effect, the same movement when we exhale, let's visualize that it moving outside the body like rays of light, like the sun, and radiating very powerful light from the center to all directions. And now let's pay attention to what we call the mind. And just ask yourself, not as a thinking answer, as an experiential answer, what is my mind? What is the mind? Just be with this question for a minute. And observe this thing we call mind that has a tendency to think. That's what it does. And let's try to pay attention as it moves and thinks, what kind of sensation it creates in the brain, in the head, as a result of its activity. Which part of the brain get activated as a result of mental activity? It's not the whole brain. Try to be as precise, to try to locate that place that gets activated as a result of thinking. And let's be there, let's recognize, because thinking, if it's not a very relaxed, comfortable thinking, usually it creates tension in the head, in the brain. It'd be nice to localize exactly where is the tension, exactly. and be with it. Just be with that tension of as a result of the mind thinking. Is it more in the center? Is it left, right, front, back? And remember always that when we are focusing, when we are aware of anything, we call it to balance, really. So just being aware is already very deep relaxation, transformation. If you do find an area of tension inside the brain where the thoughts are concentrated, or the thinking activity, as you're connecting to that tension, try to see what happens in the rest of your body. Maybe that area affecting your breathing versus another part of the brain that is not really busy at all, the breath will be different. Just explore for a minute. And just know that it's not only the breath that responds to the tension in the brain, it's all our physiology, everything, 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 everything. So let's focus on that area of tension in the brain. Just explore and experience, and in a way enjoy how the tension transforms into relaxation. There's a lot of talking lately about the brain in the guts, yeah, in the digestive system, that it has a second brain. Can we feel it? Can we feel that there's some kind of energy lines, channels that connecting the brain activity with the guts? Could you feel it? And if yes, maybe that area of tension, tense digestion as well. Pay attention. Okay, and now let's explore the magic of the magics, which is the observer. Is it also in the mind? What's the relationship between the part that sees everything, sees the tension, sees the relaxation, sees everything, and the mind? Explore, explore. What's the relationship? The part that never changed, that sees everything. Where is that? And how it relates to the mind. So I hope you feeling that the deepest relaxation is when we're aware of awareness, not of anything external to awareness. Awareness is not projected to an external object, just aware of itself. And for me, it feels the connection between an aspect of the mind and the heart, the uniting together, then the magic expresses. Then there's so much peace, bliss, deep well-being, mind and heart united. So hopefully your whole central nervous system is much soft now. The breath goes deeper. You feel comfortable. And hopefully you're managing to establish yourself in the self, in the observer. Actually, the observer is not an observer. It's not an active role. It's just being, really being. So let's just investigate more and see if you are in the observer state, what happened when you're just bringing a thought. Oh, tomorrow I need to do this and that. See if you can observe the relationship between the part that observing everything and suddenly there's a thought coming, juk. What happened to the energy? What happened to your organism? Just play with it a little bit and check. Try to see which part of your brain is kind of activated in a thought. And what happened to the energy that observes everything or reflects everything when a thought starts to move in your head, in your mind. Okay, so just rest in your heart now. And I'm going to read the poem from the Ashtavakra Gita that is titled Mind. The mind. The mind desires this and grieves for that. It embraces one thing and spurns another. Now it feels anger, now happiness. In this way, you are bound. Yeah? As long as the mind plays these games, we are stuck. But when the mind desires nothing and grieves for nothing, when it is without joy or anger and grasping nothing, turns nothing away, then you are free. Just before I continue to read, just try to establish yourself in that place that sees the mind, but can choose if to go after its wanting, needing, worrying, etc. Or you pull back to awareness within awareness. Mind and heart are softening into each other, within each other. Okay, let's continue. When the mind is attracted to anything it senses, you are bound. When there is no attraction, you are free. Where there is no I, you are free. So the I is the first thought which creates all the other thoughts. Because all the thoughts are based on I, me. We continue. Where there is I, you are bound. Consider this. It is easy. Embrace nothing. Turn nothing away. Staying inside, recognizing this peaceful place when the mind and the heart are engaged into one thing. Seeing so clear how the mind can come with a thought, with a desire, with attachment, and all the energy of awareness will be attracted and bound to that thing. And once we get that thing we desire, then there is a momentary, again, peace, when awareness again is within itself. Then we're satisfied, and then the mind looks for the next thing. Like this it works. So our job is to train to be established mind and heart together, and to really pay attention if what the mind is attracted to is helping us. Like this, we are free. Now, the beauty is that when our awareness is inside the heart, immediately it creates unity with all there is, infinite being. See if you can be aware of that, that when the mind and the heart united, it's a doorway, it's a portal into a sense of infinite being. Just feel it. And now let's invite synchronization between any tension on any aspect or any thought that we're experiencing. Could be emotional, physical, mental, and that place of us that is completely free and completely infinite, allowing all the tension to dissolve. Allow all the tension to synchronize with infinity. Wonderful. And now let's just visualize that we're creating a circle among all of us joining this meditation. We depend on the image of each other. We are connected now through our minds. So let's take a minute, because it's still not formed, the circle. Visualize you're in the circle and it will be like this. Almost, 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 almost. Almost. It's amazing how it forms. You can feel it. Almost. Okay. Keep the image clear, then it will be powerful. Keep the image in your mind of a circle and visualize that your hearts are moving the love, the light through this circle to unite us together, like beads, pearls on a chain. So every time we exhale, we feel that our heart opens up and unites and receive also the love from our partners, from our brother and sister, which we meditate together. Beautiful, beautiful. Keep the image of circle because the circle is not completely a circle. Keep it clear in your mind. See it, then perform it. Great. And now into this circle, let's invite people, friends, families, anyone that we feel that is in need for support. Just let's visualize that the light which we're experiencing, the love, the well-being, the calmness, is healing them, is nourishing them with the same qualities. So they as well can relax. And then we can invite them to become part of our circle. Beautiful. So let's just remember that this state where we are now is our natural state. It's not something, oh, okay, now let's open the eyes and we are coming back from the meditation. It's not like this at all, actually. This is our natural state. Moving around anxious is not natural. So we try to keep this state as much as possible and to come back to it if we lost it, which is normal as well. And as always, I want to invite all of you to join the morning meditations as well. Every morning at 7:30 we meet through the mind. If you're interested, just send me a message and I'll include you in the group. And you're welcome to join the energy reading classes we are constantly teaching in the Infinite Being Academy. So thank you so much. Have a most beautiful day, evening, night, week. Much peace for everybody. Adios. Buenas noches.